Welcome back, everybody. Timothy Little, aka That NES Fan. Happy to be back with you here today. We're going to be doing a little bit of a different kind of review today. We're not going to be doing anything with video games, but it is going to be something associated with tech and computers. This is going to be a review of the Panasonic CF-H1. And if you're familiar at all with Panasonic, you know they have their Toughbook series, right? I mean, that's probably their most widely known, popularized product line when it comes to computers and processors and that kind of thing. So anyway, let's just go ahead and show it off. This is the Panasonic CF-H1. Okay. Now I got this real cheap on eBay the other day, and I traded in some of my other tablets. I like to trade in stuff that I've had for a few years. I've only used at school, like my e-readers, and I get rid of those. I get a couple $100 each for those, which is great because this was only $62. And so anyway, I picked this up wanting to put Windows on it because I figured I wanted a Windows tablet, but I wanted to avoid actually having to buy a new Windows 8 tablet. So I figured I picked this one up. This is only lightly used. You can tell it's in great condition. I mean, I got my fingerprints on there, but otherwise the hardware itself is in really great condition. You can see the back. So I wanted to go ahead and pick it up and see how it was. I mean, I saw that it had slightly under 2 gigahertz processor, which isn't bad. I believe 2 gig RAM, 2 gigabytes of RAM on it. I want to say the hard drive was about 80 gigs, which again is pretty good for what it's not. It's not unreasonable for what I'm using it for. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a shot or show off some footage of me just kind of holding it up and showing you how I've got everything configured on here. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoy. This is the CF-H1 walkthrough.
Okay, so we're actually booting up my CF-H1 right here. You notice the first thing you notice on the tablet itself is I have a few indicator lights at the top right-hand part of the tablet, which indicate the battery life of each individual battery. There's 2 batteries, one on each side of the device. You also notice there's a button for the camera. If you go a little bit further down, one for the RFID scanner, as well as a barcode scanner one. That's that gold one, third from the top there, as well as an A1 and A2 buttons, which will launch whatever apps that you tell it to launch. You can configure those buttons specifically, and then you also have a key at the bottom, which is some sort of security button. And you notice that I just logged in actually with the fingerprint scanner, which is really cool. A really neat feature of this tablet is it's got that fingerprint scanner on it. This is would have been the Elite CF-H1 product from Panasonic. And so here I have Windows 8 on here, and actually it works really well. It's a little bit slow because obviously just because of the software demands, or excuse me, the hardware demands that 8 actually requires. So the processor's a little slow, but it's nothing that's really a big deal or anything like that. You notice I have Office 13 on here. This is actually Windows 8 Professional. I got Office on here. I got Opera for my browser. So actually works really well. And 8, you can obviously view your desktop. So the desktop actually appears really good on here also. There you see I have all my files and folders and stuff. And that stuff pretty much you can open on the fly, which is really cool. And you can have like 3 or 4 applications open. It might bog down the CPU a little bit, but it is possible. And it's not going to completely shut down the tablet. So here I'm actually just showing off me going into Microsoft Office, opening up a blank Word document, and showing you that it's capable of doing that. That's actually in Word 2013, so which is really cool. So yeah. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and close that. Just want to show that off. There's a couple other apps I want to show you on here as well. We tried using the camera app on here. The camera looks kind of okay. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. I guess for 2008 in a tablet, however, it looks okay, I guess. But I wouldn't really use it, on the road. I wouldn't take the tablet with me just to use the camera by any means. But there's actually another really cool app. Panasonic had their own. I had to install it because I got this off eBay. It was a clean wipe of the whole hard drive. But I actually went to their site and I downloaded their MCA platform drivers. And as part of that series of downloads, not only did I install, obviously I had installed a driver for the barcode scanner and for the fingerprint scanner, but I also have a really neat PC tool, an app that I'll show you. It's a PC information tool app basically, and so this tells me all the different pieces of hardware that are installed on here. It gives me information about what programs I have, third-party programs, as well as programs that Panasonic original Panasonic programs that were designed for this tablet. Like I said, important battery information, shows me up to the minute stats on how the batteries are doing, their battery life, battery temperature, as well as important information regarding memory, processor, a whole bunch of really cool stuff. So this kind of helps me track what's going on in the tablet every moment that I use it, which is really cool. And I can also set it to give me alerts and stuff as well. So yeah, so again, really cool feature. I really enjoy using that just to help me figure out what's going on there. And then if you see on the back here, I've got a couple USB ports, 3. There's a network jack port there as well, and there's also an AC power adapter port. That was obviously that circular port on there as well. So really kind of a nice. This tablet, it's amazing that Panasonic is able to make a tablet where really the hardware and the software are so aligned and in sync and designed for Windows per se. It's really kind of interesting to see how the flow of how everything kind of flows together with it. So the hardware is very Windows friendly for something that's not really a laptop. So again, very interesting design. And again, this would have been used in the medical field, but I got it just for my own personal use. And really impressive. I mean, seriously, go consider getting one of these if you're in the market for a cheap, if you can get a good deal on it. That is, I got lucky and got a good deal on it. And another feature about the fingerprint scanner is that another driver I got actually from Panasonic was a complete suite, a complete fingerprint software suite, so that if you scan certain fingers or certain parts of your hand, it'll launch various applications. You can assign it to different apps. So I set my thumb I set it so that when I scan my thumb, it launches my Opera app, the Opera internet browser, which is what I found to be most efficient on here. And so there it is. You see Opera, just launching on there. You see that is indeed the Opera app. I believe I set my index finger to launch Microsoft Word 2013. So it's a really cool, again, just really great use of the fingerprint scanner, because you don't have to slide your finger. You don't have to actually go around searching for the app. You can just assign it to a certain finger of yours. So this is really cool. Really enjoy kind of messing around with the different things different configurations that you can play around with on here. In fact, I'm actually going to show you that suite right now that I used to assign different fingers to launch these apps. And so here it is. Look, how cool is that? You can also set this software up so that it'll force you, it'll prompt you to scan your fingers before you even launch Windows. So right when you start up the tablet, you can you can assign it so that it'll check for your fingerprints right away, so that if you don't want absolutely anyone getting into your tablet, that will be a good way to do it, to lock them out. So yeah, so really great tablet, great security features, guys. Highly recommended. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 5. So thanks again for watching, guys. It'll be That NES Fan signing off for now. Take care.